Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn about the topic South Indian Kingdoms, 6th standard history, unit 4, South Indian Kingdoms. In this lesson, we are going to learn about to know the Southern Indian states that emerged after the fall of the Mayuran Empire and acquire information of the ruling dynasties such as Pallavas, Chalukyas, Rashtrakutas and their dominance, and to understand their contribution to the society and culture with reference to the literature, art and architecture, and finally to become familiar with the artistic and architectural splendor of Mahabalipuram Shore, Ellora monuments and Elephanta cave temples. Okay, first South Indian kingdoms. By the early 17th century, synchronized with the Harsha's reign in the north, the fair south had come under the control of Pallava kings of Kanjipuram. Pallava sovereignty, that means a royal authority of the dominant monarch. Sovereignty, that means the royal authority of the dominant monarch. So, the Pallava sovereignty include the domains of the Cholas and Pandyas. The latter were emerging as ruling dynasties in their respective river valley regions. The latter were emerging as ruling dynasties in their respective river valley regions. Much of the central and eastern Deccan was under the Chalukyas of Badami or Vadabi. Much of the central and eastern Deccan was under the Chalukyas of Badami, who were then pushed away by the Rashtrakutas, who were pushed away by the Rashtrakutas. The medieval period in India was marked by the three emergence of regional centers of power. Three emergence of regional centers of power. There was no single imperial power like Mayuras or Guptas who exercised control over the greater part of India in this period. The Pallavas. The Pallava kings ruled around the prosperous agrarian settlement and important trade center of Kanjipuram on the southeast coast of India. Prosperous agrarian agricultural work. Southeast coast of India. Kanjipuram was well known to Chinese and Roman merchants. Kanjipuram was well known to Chinese and Roman merchants. From the flourishing trade center of Kanjipuram, the latter Pallavas extended their sovereignty over all the Tamil speaking regions during the 7th and 8th centuries. So, from the flourishing trade center of Kanjipuram, the latter Pallavas extended their sovereignty over all the Tamil speaking regions during the 7th and 8th centuries. The central part of their kingdom, however, was Tondai Mandalam, the large political region comprising northern parts of Tamil Nadu and the adjoining Andhra districts. Northern parts of Tamil Nadu and adjoining Andhra districts. Sources. In the sources, we are going to learn about inscription, copper plates, literature, and foreign notice. First one, inscription. Mandagapattu cave. Aihole inscription Pulication 2. Copper plates. Kasakudi plates. Literature. Mattavilasa Pragasana. Mattavilasa Pragasana. அவந்தி சுந்தரகதா, கலிங்கத்து பரணி, பெரிய புராணம், நந்தி கலம்பகம். ஃபாரினோட அக்கௌண்ட்ஸ் ஆஃப் சைனீஸ் டிராவல் யான் ஸ்வாங். ஃபாரினோட அக்கௌண்ட்ஸ் ஆஃப் சைனீஸ் டிராவலர் யான் ஸ்வாங். அண்ட் Pallava lineage, prominent kings. There were early Pallava rulers who were feudatories of Sadavaganas. Feudatories of Sadavaganas. Feudatories means a person who owes allegiance and service to the feudal lord. So, there were early Pallava rulers were feudatories of Sadavaganas. Simha Vishnu, the son of Simhavarman II. Simha Vishnu, the son of Simhavarman II, around 550 AD, created a strong Pallava kingdom after destroying the Kalapras. After destroying the Kalapras, he defeated many kings in south, including the Cholas and Pandyas. His able son was Magendravarman I. First Magendravarman. He was succeeded by his son, first Narasimhavarman. The other prominent Pallava rulers were Narasimhavarman II or Rajasimha and Narasimhavarman II. The last Pallava ruler was Abrajita. The last Pallava ruler was Abrajita and Magendravarman 600 to 630 AD contributed to the greatness of the Pallava kingdom. Is contributed to the greatness of the Pallava kingdom. Magendravarman first Magendravarman was a follower of Jainism in the early part of his rule. He was converted to the Saivism by the Saivit Saint Upper Trunavakarsa. He was a great patron of art and architecture. He is known for introducing a new style of Dravidian architecture. He is known for introducing a new style of Dravidian architecture, which is referred to as Mahendra style. Mahendra also wrote plays including Mattavilasa Pragasana, the delight of the drunkards in Sanskrit, which denigrates Buddhism, and Magendravarman's reign involved constant battles with the Western Chalukya kingdom of Badami under Pulikesin II. So, the Magendra's reign involved a constant battles with the Western Chalukya kingdom of Badami under Pulikesin II. Pulikesin seems to have defeated Magendravarman in one of the battles. Pulikesin seems to have defeated Magendravarman in one of the battles and taken over the large part of his territory, Benji or Bengi. In the north, his son Narasimhavarma, first Narasimhavarma, avenged the 632-6 avenged the defeat by the capturing Vadabi, the capital of Chalukyas. Vadabi is the capital of Chalukya. He set Vadabi on fire, killing the Pulikesin in the process. Narasimhavarman 1. Army's general was Paranjodi. Narasimhavarman first general was Paranjodi, popularly known as Sirutondar, one of the 63 Nayanmas. Paranjodi led the Pallava army during the invasion of Vadabi. Paranjodi led the Pallava army during the invasion of Vadabi. After the victory, he had a change of heart and devoted himself to the Lord Shiva. He had a change of heart and devoted himself to Lord Shiva. It said in Periya Puranam. And second, Narasimhavarma 695 to 722, also known as Rajasimha, was a great military strategist. He exchanged ambassadors with China. His reign was comparatively free from any political disturbance. Therefore, he could concentrate on temple building activities. During his reign, the famous Kailasnatha temple at Kanchipuram was built. And see the table, the name of the king and the title adopted. The name of the king, Simha Vishnu, Avani Simha, Magendravarman, first Magendravarman. Sangirna Jadi, Mattavilasa, Gunapura, Chitrikara Puli, Vichitra Siddha, Magendravarman. First Magendravarman, Sankirana Jadi, Mattavilasa, Gunapura, Chitrakarapuli, Vichitra Siddha. First Narasimha Varma, Mamallan, Vadabi Kundan, Mamallan, Vadabi Kundan. And next, Pallava's contribution to the architecture. Pallava's contribution to the architecture. Pallava period is known for architectural splendor. Pallava period is known for architectural splendor. The short temple and various other temples carved from the granite monolithics. Carved from granite monoliths. And the Varaha cave, 7th century at Mahabalipuram. The Varaha cave at Mahabalipuram are illustrious examples of Pallava architecture. In 1984, Mahabalipuram was added to the list of UNESCO World Heritage Sites. World Heritage Sites. Pallava architecture can be classified as rock cut temples, Magendravarman style. Rock cut temples, Magendravarman style, monolithic rathas and sculptural mandapas, Mamallan style. Monolithic rathas and sculptural mandapas, Mamallan styles. Third one, structural temples, Rajasimha style or Nandivarman style. Structural temples, Rajasimha style or Nandivarman styles. And next, Mahendra style. The best example of Mahendravarma style monuments are cave temples at Mandagapattu, Mahendravadi, Mamandur, Talavanur, Tiruchirappalli, Vallam, Tirukkalukundram and Sivamangalam. Tirukkalukundram and Sivamangalam. So the best example of Mahendravarma style monuments are cave temples at Mandagapattu, Mahendravadi, Mamandur, Talavanur, Tiruchirappalli, Vallam, Tirukkalukundram and Sivamangalam. Mamala style. The 5 Rathas, chariots, popularly called Panchapandava Rathas, signify 5 different styles of temple architecture. Each Ratha has been carved out of a single rock. Carved out of a single rock. So they are called monolithic. The popular mandapams, pillared pavilions, they built are Mahisasura Mardini, Mahisasura Mardini Mandapam, Tirumurti Mandapam. They built are Mahisasura Mardini Mandapam and Tirumurti Mandapam and Varaha. And next, the most important among the Mamalla style of architecture is the open art gallery. Several miniature sculptures such as the figure of lice picking monkey, elephants of huge size and the figure of the ascetic cat have been sculptured beautifully on the wall of the huge rock. Beautifully on the wall of the huge rock. The fall of the river Ganga from the head of Lord Shiva and the Arjuna's penance. Arjuna's penance. What is penance? Remorse for your past conduct. Remorse for your past conduct have notable among them. The great penance panel is considered to be the world's largest open air bas relief. The great penance, the panel is considered to be the world's largest open air bas relief. And next, Rajasimha style. Narasimhavarma II, also known as Rajasimha, consider structural temples using stone blocks. The best example for the structural temple is Kailasnatha temple at Kanchipuram. This temple was built by the using sandstones. This temple was built by using sandstone. Kailasnath temple is called Rajasimheswaram and Nandivarma style. The last stage of the Pallava architecture is also represented by the structural temples built by the later Pallavas. The best example is Vaikuntha Perumal temple at Kanchipuram. Vaikuntha Perumal temple at Kanchipuram. And next, society and culture. The Pallavas supported Jainism, Buddhism and the Vedic faith. Pallavas supported Jainism, Buddhism and Vedic faith. They were great patrons of music, paintings and literature. Some of the Pallava kings patronized the Alvas and Nayanmars. Some of the Pallava kings patronized the Alvas and Nayanmars. These exponents of Bhakti cult preached a new form of Vaishnavism and Saivism. These exponents of Bhakti cult preached a new form of Vaishnavism and Saivism. Among these Saivites were Appar and Manikya Among the Vaishnavites were Nammalvar and Andal. The Bhakti movement aimed at preaching a popular faith in which prayers in Tamil were preferred to those in Sanskrit. Women were encouraged to participate in the religious congregations. The Tamil devotional cult was competitive with the Buddhism and Jainism. Tamil devotional cult was competitive with the Buddhism and Jainism. Therefore, the latter suffered a gradual decline in most parts of Tamil country. Therefore, the latter suffered a gradual decline in most parts of Tamil country. And education and literature. Education and literature. Kadiya. The monastery or center of learning at Kanji was popular during the Pallava times. It attracted students from all parts of India and abroad. Vatsyaya, who wrote Nyaya Bhaksha, was a teacher at Kanji, Kadiya. First, the treatise on Dakshin Chitram, paintings of South India, was compiled during the reign of Mahendra Varma. First, Mahendra Varma. Second, the great Sanskrit scholar Tandin lived in the court of Narasimha first. Tandin composed a Dakshakumara Sarida. Bharavi, the great Sanskrit scholar, lived in the time of Simhavishnu. Bharavi wrote Kirtanjaniya and epic in verses. Third one, Tamil literature had also flourished during the Pallava rule. Devaram, composed by the Nayanmars, and Nalayara Divya Prabandham, composed by Alvas, which are still chanted by devout people. Perundevanar, who was patronized by the Nandivarman II, translated the Bhagabharata into Tamil as Bharata Venba. Perundevanar was the patronized by the Nandivarman II, translated the Mahabharata into Tamil as Bharata Venba. Next, Pallava art. The Pallava kings had also patronized the fine arts, the music instruments in Kudumiyanmalai and Thirumayam temples. So, Pallava's interest in music. The temples show Pallava's interest in music. The famous musician Rudracharya lived during the Mahendra I. The cultures of this period depict many images in dancing poster. And the Chalukyas. The Chalukyas ruled large part of west and center of South India, consisting of Maratha country with Badami as the capital. Badami is the capital. There were three distinct but closely related and independent Chalukya dynasties. There were first one Chalukyas of Badami, Chalukyas of Vengi, Eastern Chalukyas. Third one Chalukyas of Kalyani, Western Chalukyas. These Chalukyas held Harsha in north. Pallavas in south, Kalinga, Odisha, Kalinga in east. And sources. Inscription. Badami cave inscription of Mangalesha, Kanji Kailasanatha temple, Pattarakal Virupaksha temple, household inscription of Pulikesin first, foreign notice, Yan Swan, accounts of Chinese traveler Yan Swan, household inscription, It is found at Megiddo Temple in Mysore, Pakalkot district, Karnataka. It is written in Sanskrit by Ravi Kirti, a court poet of Chalukya king, Pulikeshin II. It makes a mention of defeat of Harshavardhana by Pulikeshin II. The Chalukyas of Vadabi. Vadabi is the capital of Chalukyas. Pulikeshin first, a petty chieftain of Pattadakal in the Bijapur district, took and fortified the hill fort of Vadabi around 543 AD. He soon conquered the territory between the Krishna and Tungabhadra rivers and the western gates. His son Kirtivarman first 566 to 597 brought the Konkan coast under the Chalukya control. Pulikeshin II emerged as the most powerful ruler of the dynasty 610 to 642. The Persian king Iran, Persian king Khusru II sent an embassy to the court of Pulikeshin II. Pulikeshin succeeded in seizing parts of Gujarat and Malwa. He defied the North Indian ruler Harsha and according to an agreed understanding, Narmada River was fixed as the boundary between two. Narmada was fixed as the boundary between the two. About 624, Pulikeshin II conquered the kingdom of Vengi and gave it to his brother Vishnuvardhana, the first Eastern Chalukya ruler. The first Eastern Chalukya ruler. And during the 641 to 647, the Pallavas ravaged the Deccan and the captured Vadabi, but the Chalukyas had recaptured it by 655. Vikramaditya I, 655 to 680, and Vikramaditya II, the successor of Vikramaditya I, captured Kanjipuram but spared the city. Kirtivarman II, the successor of Vikramaditya II, was defeated by the Thandi Durga, the founder of the Rashtrakuta dynasty. Western Chalukyas of the Kalyani, they were the descendants of Badami. Chalukyas ruled from the Kalyani, modern day Pasava Kalyan. In 973, Thailapa II, a feudatory of the Rashtrakuta ruling from the Bijapur region, defeated Parmara, Malwa. Thailapa II occupied Kalyani and his dynasty quickly grew into an empire under Someswara I. Someswara I moved the capital from the Manyageda to Kalyani. For over a century, the two empires of southern India, the Western Chalukyas and the Chola dynasty of Tanjavur, fought many fierce battles to control the fertile region of Vengi. During the rule of Vikramaditya VI in the late 11th century, vast areas between the Narmada River in the north and the Kaveri River in the south came under Chalukya control. Thank you, students. We will see in the next part in the next video.